The Toronto Maple Leafs launched a new alternate uniform this week, designed in collaboration with Adidas and pop star Justin Bieber. In addition to the rather unconventional color palette, this jersey is reversible. This is an Icethetics Flash Report for March 25th. I'm Chris. Thanks for watching. This story starts 3 weeks ago on Martha Stewart's Instagram account, of all places. She shared this photo of her with Justin Bieber, who was wearing a never-before-seen Leafs jersey. Even the team itself acknowledged the leak in the comments. Turns out, there was good reason Bieber had the new Toronto sweater well before anyone else. He helped design it. On Tuesday, the team officially revealed the new black third jersey, created in concert with Bieber and his Drew House lifestyle brand, along with its clever gimmick. The Maple Leafs say this is the first reversible jersey in North American pro sports. For game night, you have a black Leafs jersey to wear. For other nights, you flip it inside out for a trendy shirt. To be honest, I'm really impressed by the Leafs, the NHL, and Adidas for getting enough executive types on board with this kind of wild idea. The day after the reveal, the new look debuted during what the Leafs have branded their Next Gen game, an annual event dedicated to celebrating the next generation of hockey fans. The jersey's press release used phrases like fashion forward and the future of hockey. Not necessarily what you'd associate with the century-old Maple Leafs franchise, but that's probably the point. As big as their fan base may be, there are always great new ways to grow it. Now, let's dig into some of the details of this jersey. On the blue side, the crest and sleeve stripes incorporate a shibori-style print. Shibori is a Japanese tie-dyeing technique. It's executed with a halftone pattern, tiny dots up close that have a gradient effect when you pull back. And the leaf itself is trimmed in a white zigzag stitch, which adds contrast between the dark jersey and the dark logo. And camouflaged within the shibori sleeve stripes is the Skyline of Toronto. I'm not normally a fan of sublimation on NHL jerseys, but I have to admit it's hard to complain about the beautifully detailed work done here by the Adidas design team. To keep the subversive vibe going, this black jersey has black numbers with a heavy white outline for contrast. We've seen a similar effect on recent third jerseys for the Dallas Stars and Tampa Bay Lightning. Speaking of the Lightning, it's difficult not to address the irony here. In 2011, Tampa dropped the traditional black from their color palette for a simple blue and white look that inevitably drew comparisons to Toronto. The similarities, even if unintentional, are undeniable. Despite many calls from fans for the Lightning to return to black and blue, here come the Maple Leafs, beating them to the punch. You gotta love it. Still, I am in awe seeing these teams go out on a limb to move their identities forward, even if it is murder on the eyes of play-by-play announcers. Now, black is not the only color here in this uniform that's never been worn before by the Leafs. Inside the collar, the standard slogan that we see on every Toronto jersey these days, but in a handwritten font over yellow. This is where we flip the jersey for a completely new style. Opposite the blue stripes are yellow ones to match the Drew House branding. On the chest, the inner stitching of the Leafs crest surrounds what I can only describe as an abomination worthy of a Freak Out Friday post on the concept showcase. It's a blending of the Leafs mark with the Drew logo, and it immediately reminded me of Lucas Deichmann's Identity Swap series, and perhaps reminded others of the Invincibility Leaf from Nintendo's Super Mario series. And for those of you wondering about the authentic versions of the jersey, with the fight strap on the inside, yeah, you'll have a tail if you wear it reversed. Or you'll have to tuck it in, like Austin Matthews did here during the 3 stars announcement after the game. Anyway, a lot of trendy stuff here, and I'll be interested to revisit this look in 5 or 10 years to see how it's aged. On that note, while it was designed with the next-gen game in mind, this is not a one-off specialty jersey like you'd see for an outdoor game. The Leafs have designated this as their official third jersey, so I do expect to see it in regular rotation for at least the next 3 years. And when I say third jersey, I really mean alternate jersey. This is in fact the 5th jersey worn by Toronto this season. In addition to their primary home and road uniforms, they also wore their arenas and St. Pat's throwbacks just this month. One more connection to Tampa, by the way, and then I'll stop. This Lightning third jersey previously held the record for the latest launch of an alternate when it debuted in February 2019. Now the Leafs hold that distinction with this late March release. Okay, final note. If after all of this, you're still wondering why the 100-year-old Leafs would do a trendy black jersey, just watch the face of Doug Gilmour's daughter when she learns Justin Bieber was involved. There it is. So in wrapping up, Here's my question for the comments. Which brand crossover would you like to see next? That could be for any NHL team. As the lines start to blur between brands, I'm curious about what we might see in the future. That's all for now. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Icethetics channel if you haven't yet. Thank you, and see you next time.